Whether it's for you or someone you love, preparing for the end of life is never easy. This week's healthcare hero is helping patients and families deal with a loved one's passing and all the details that go along with it. Stephanie Azul is a death doula, working with patients at community, in hospice care, or at home.
Most people know what a birthing doula is. A lot of women who are pregnant, they hire a doula to help them birth their babies into this world. Death doulas kind of go to the opposite end of that spectrum. We help transition people who are transitioning out of this world. A
doula is somebody who provides non-medical holistic support. And Stephanie's support is often for the terminally ill.
I like to think of it kind of like a best friend. When you think of a best friend, you think of someone who is there for you through thick and thin, good and bad. Dying is a very sacred event.
Not only does she provide the emotional support, but Stephanie says she helps with the organizational tasks that patients may not have thought about.
As a death doula, I do different things. My business is very unique in the services that I provide, so I can do anything from advanced care planning. We do end of life, pre-planning for end of life, things like funeral, getting affairs in order, legacy projects, things like that.
Often, though, she spends time just sitting with patients and making them feel comfortable and supporting their family.
So my services are not only for someone who's actually dying, it's for their family members. I support both.
Many families need her help with guidance during a difficult time.
I also find that families will contact me before even having a diagnosis because we all know that we're going to die, and they know that pre-planning when you're not in the midst of doing something when it's actually happening is it's easier to handle, to process, to make those types of decisions.
Stephanie has been a nurse for over 20 years and recently felt that there was a need for this type of support that she knew she could provide.
But I think COVID kind of changed nursing. It changed our world. During that time, I was witnessing so many people dying, so many families going through the loss of a loved one because of COVID, and we didn't have the support. We didn't know what to do. It just really triggered something inside of me that said we need to do better.
Her research led her to start her own business as Steph the Death Doula, and found that this was truly her calling.
The thing that I love most about being a death doula is changing the narrative around death and dying.
Stephanie says she doesn't believe that death is something to be afraid of, and she spreads that feeling to those she cares for.
I want people who are dying to actually feel loved and supported by their persons or their family, their friends, whatever that looks like for them, and support the family as a unit on this journey because it's such a sacred event for them.
For more information on end-of-life planning, doula services, and grief support, visit stephthedeathdoula.com.